Item 10D, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to award and execute a construction contract for the Transit Corridor Pedestrian Connection Improvement Project.
Honorable Mayor, Council members, I have with me Tina Shank. She is the project manager for this project. Tonight, I will summarize the goals of the project, and also will present our recommendation how to implement the project. Our general plan defined a vision for an enhanced pedestrian experience between our transit centers, specifically between the BART and Caltrain's new station, which hopefully will be open sometime next year. Also, the plan defines the type of enhancement which could be implemented as part of our general plan for the pedestrian experience enhancement, such as ADA ramps, enhanced pedestrian lighting, benches, wayfinding signs, bus shelter, enhanced landscape, and including street trees in the main transit corridor, which is defined transit corridors between the transit centers, San Bruno, Huntington, and El Camino. To implement this vision, the city was looking for grant opportunities, knowing the financial constraint what the city is experiencing, and was successful obtaining a total of around $1.1 million for the implementation of this project. Like with any grant, together with the positive of having funding to implement the project, also the grants are coming with some negatives also, such as very strict deadline, what you have to meet, and very strict requirement for the project implementation itself. And sometimes that really can be challenging based on sometimes a little bit optimistic schedule developed by the department. As part of those above mentioned challenges working with grant is also the fact that you cannot spend the money whenever you want, but you have certain time frame and limitation. Reason why this project will be implemented as two separate projects, and the scope of the first project, which is the subject of discussion tonight, is to implement the first grant, which is $263,000 TLC grant. And in the scope of the first project are included 11 ADA ramps, 6 trees to be planted on the southern side of San Bruno. And also as a bid alternative was included landscape improvement on the north side, just north of 380 on Huntington. To maximize the grant funding and to minimize the local match, the bid was structured in a way to achieve that goal, providing enough flexibility to make different decisions depending on the bid received, and in the same time achieving the purpose and the goal of the project. That's exactly what's done in this case also. Unfortunately, the deadline, based on the limitation of the grant, and the bid was opened yesterday. I provided you with additional information, and also some additional information is available for the public on the table at the entrance in the room. Unfortunately, the city received only just one bid, and that one bid is from TriNet Construction. Analyzing the bid received, the bid is responsive, meets the requirement of a responsive bid. Also, the city has prior experience with this contractor, and this contractor performed acceptable quality job on city's projects. Assessing and following up on the bid received, and considering the very low interest on this project, with a very small, being a very small project, is only just around $200,000, and the existing bidding environment, will be our recommendation to the city manager if you would authorize the city manager to make the award of the contract, to award the contract to TriNet Construction, and to for a total dollar amount of $209,000, reducing 3 of the ADA ramps. Then the final scope, the scope of the project will be to plant the 6 trees on the southern part of San Bruno, southern side of San Bruno, with the irrigation system on San Bruno, and also to implement 8 instead of 11 ADA ramps. This is our will be our recommendation, and both of us are standing for any question what you might have.
Any questions of staff? Rico?
Has any of the work been begun or started as far as the ADA ramps or any of that yet, or bus shelter, any of those things?
As part of our normal ADA ramp program, citywide, many ADA ramps were implemented based on the priorities established by the Bicycle and Pedestrian Committee. This will be additional ramps to our normal ADA ramp program.
And I know you talked about the tree planting bench and what have you. Just to be mindful of where we're placing those, where we're coordinating those with the various businesses that are there. I worry about what type that we have there as far as vandalism, graffiti, as far as obscuring police. So when they're driving by, they have a clear visual of sidewalk and or facilities. And so just, this is our one shot to get the right tree in the right spot in the bench, and something that we don't need to go back and make some modifications to.
You are absolutely right, and all of those will be taken in consideration to make sure that those concerns what you just raised are addressed.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Irene?
Thank you. I have a concern about reducing the ramps. Is there some way that we can find some, I think it's about $45,000 to include all the ramps? It seems a shame to tear that whole area up and put only 8 when 11 is needed.
Yes, I hear your concern, and will depend how, based on our assessment of the bid received, still that possibility there that not all of the contingency will be necessary, and then will be possible for us, and will be our intent to negotiate with the contractor to include those ramps back, if not all, some. And also will be our intent to include all of the remaining items in the next phase of the project, which is much higher dollar amount, is around $850,000, which is our expectation to take place next year.
Okay, so if all 11 don't get done this time, the rest will definitely get done next time.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Action?
I'll introduce the resolution.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ibarra.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.